Hi everybody, Sean Woodland inside the CrossFit Update studio, being joined by a woman via Skype who is in her 5th year of regional competition. She's trying to make it back to the CrossFit Games for the first time since 2014, and she's coming off her best career finish in the Open. She finished 8th in the North Central region. She is Sheila Barden. Sheila, thanks so much for joining us.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Like I mentioned, you're coming off your best career finish in the Open. You were 8th in the North Central, and that includes a win in that region in 16.5. So what has been going right for you so far this year?
You know, a lot of things have actually been going right. I found myself at a new gym, so I actually get to train regularly with Kyle Kasperbauer. So if you don't remember, he was 3rd in the world in 2012. So that's a really good push. Also, for the first time in 8 years, I have not moved in the last 365 days. So that's actually been really important to my training, even though I didn't realize it. And I think it's just finding a lot more balance. On Mondays, I don't go into the gym at all. And in previous years, I was in the gym 7 days a week. So I think finding balance has really helped.
You are in your 5th year of regional competition, so you're a veteran. What's the difference between Sheila Barden when she first started and Sheila Barden now?
I think that Sheila Barden in 2012 thought that she was untouchable and quickly realized that a lot more work goes into finding your way to the CrossFit Games than I had thought. I think that I'm just a more balanced, well-rounded athlete now. And in 2012, I definitely only focused on things I was really good at because that was fun. And now maybe one day a week, I get to do things like muscle ups and pistols and things that I actually enjoy doing.
Last year at regionals, you missed going to the games by just one spot, mostly because of what happened in the final event. And I remember that look of frustration on your face on that final barbell. When you look back at that, what did that experience teach you?
You know, I actually think that experience taught me a lot because I got so caught up in that exact moment that I told myself that I needed to go faster and faster and faster. And I have yet to watch that video, but of course my coach has watched it multiple times for me. And the main thing is that I started lifting that barbell faster and faster off the ground every single rep. And I think that it's taught me to slow down, not just in every single rep that I do, but in every single training day and in each week. Just slow down, appreciate the little things, and somehow you're going to make it out alive.
How did that experience motivate you for this year?
There was definitely a good 2.5 or 3 week period where you didn't want to be close to me. You didn't want to be in the same room. I kept going to the gym. I never missed a training day, but it definitely was a small setback there for a couple of weeks. I would be lying if I said, oh, it was totally fine. And I think that it helped to motivate me to realize that it's okay to have a setback. It's okay to have a bad lift, and the world's not going to end, even though it feels like it's going to in that moment. I think it's helped me even more to think about finding the bigger goal and realizing that one lift isn't going to ruin my life.
How do you feel where you are fitness-wise now as you head into regionals?
I'm in such a better place than I was in 2015. I tell everybody at the gym and I tell my coach that I feel like 2014 Sheila, and 2014 Sheila was in such a good place.
A lot of people may not know this about you, but you played tackle football when you were younger on an all-boys team. You were a linebacker and you were the defensive captain. First off, at that age, you think you were in junior high, what made you want to play football?
Looking back, I don't actually know the exact moment that I thought, I have to play football. But I know that it definitely helped to shape me. And I think that I wanted to do it because girls didn't do it. And I think that it was really more of one of those things to just say, you know what? I can do this. The boys can do this. I can totally do this. And so when boys, they would go home and they would play video games or go and play other sports, I would just read playbooks and try to become the best little Sheila that I could be. And then it ended up being one of those experiences where I think the boys went from being really frustrated with me to kind of almost accepting me and being like, yeah, I guess she's here to stay. I guess we might as well make the best of this. So that definitely taught me a lot about being a good athlete and just being a good person in general.
Regionals get tougher every year. Why are we going to see Sheila Barden at the CrossFit Games in 2016?
You know what? You will see Sheila Barden at the 2016 CrossFit Games. I can promise you that. Last year, my parents would say, okay, well, Sheila, we're not going to be able to make it to regionals, but when you make it to the games, and I would correct them because I was in a really bad headspace. I would say, no, if I make it to the games. And this year, when they say, Sheila, we'll see you in Carson in July, I say, you will. Because I stopped believing for a couple months last year that I could do it. And this year, I know I can do it.
Well, Sheila, we thank you so much for joining us. We wish you the best of luck. We're really looking forward to watching you compete in that Central Regional in week 3 of all the regional competitions. Have fun.
Thank you so much, Sean.
Sheila Barden trying to make it back to the CrossFit Games for the first time since 2014. Confident, determined, and pretty good in man-to-man coverage.